Hey pals, Palumor here and welcome back to another video. Little bit different change of scenery today. We're here on Cataclysm, and like I said in one of my last videos, I'm going to start making some Cata content. So I thought what better for our first Cata video than just doing what we do best, just going over a nice little burst opener for Rogue. I know Rogue's a lot different on Retail WoW than it is on Cata. So I've been cooking some openers up, and I've been talking to some other people that play Rogue, and I kind of have some stuff I can show you. So I have my friend here, Calvish, and I'll actually show you guys what some of the Rogue openers look like. Before I get into that, I just want to quickly say Calvish is in basically full best gear. He's got like full honor gear, a lot of Resil, and so do I. I can move my camera for 1 second here. You can see I have like a lot of gear. So this is like a lot of gear that's going to be really good before the PvP season starts. Obviously, gear is going to keep changing every week, but just in case you're wondering why the numbers look like what they do, that's what they are. I have this engineering boost on my gloves as well. Just little things like that, but I just wanted to kind of point that out first. Okay, so when it comes to an opener, the main opener that I made, it works around a couple things. It works around energetic recovery. Oh, these are my glyphs too, by the way. I guess I could show that. Playing dance, hemo, and backstab. Pretty straightforward stuff. This isn't going to really be a guide, just kind of showing the openers, but I might as well explain. The first thing that the build's going to revolve around, or the opener is going to revolve around, is this, Sanguinary Vein. So Sanguinary Vein makes when you have a bleed on your target do increased damage. So because of this, we always want to have a bleed on the target. Thankfully, our hemo puts a dot on that we don't really need to think about. So as long as we hemo before we send all our bursts, we're going to have a big damage modifier. The other thing to keep in mind is, like I said, energetic recovery. When you have recoup ticking, you're also getting energy regen. And energy is a lot slower in Cata than it is in retail, so this actually helps a lot. Especially during your burst. So yeah, I can kind of just show you what the opener that I made looks like. You're going to start in stealth. You're going to pre-med and then get a recoup up. And then once you pull a little bit of energy back, you open with a cheap shot into a hemo. Then you're going to get some points back and get your bleed up. Then you're going to send Shadow Dance with your badge macroed into it. If you don't have a badge, you can use the engineering gloves or whatever on-use trinket you have. And you're going to ambush one time. After you ambush, you're not going to spam buttons. You're just going to wait, let your energy pool, and then right before the cheap shot finishes, you're going to kidney shot. Then you're going to spam out 2 more ambushes during the kidney. People get pretty close to dying in this opener. I can't really 100-0 for sure. I haven't tried bursting on Calvia with full gear, but when I've been doing battlegrounds and stuff, this opener usually is pretty insane. So yeah, I'll show you what it looks like. So get this up, let my energy pool a bit. Then it's cheap, hemo, dance, strike. Wait a second for energy, kidney shot, and then I just ambush twice. And it looks like on a rogue that's basically fully geared, I can almost 100-0 with an Abyss out. But yeah, that's the one opener that I've been doing primarily. Now for the second opener, this one is more of like a one-on-one duel-specific opener. It's basically the same thing, but at some point you weave a Gaussian. So use this at your own discretion. It depends on what you're dueling against. You know, it's going to put your target onto your sap DR, so you can't blind sap. But it's just something that lets you pool a bit more energy during your burst, so you can get off more damage. You're going to do basically the exact same thing, but like I said, you're weaving a gouge. So you're going to start with a pre-med into a recoup. You're going to cheap shot, hemo your target, and then dance ambush. But this time, off the cheap shot, you're going to actually gouge instead of kidneying, and just use the full gouge to let your energy pool. The gouge will not break to your bleed since you have the talents and stuff. Once that ends, you're just going to send the half kidney and do like the same thing out. What this does, it just gives you a little bit more energy after your double ambushes to get into like an eviscerate. So I'll show you what this looks like now. So pre-med into a recoup. Let your energy pool, cheap, hemo, dance ambush into a gouge. You're going to just wait a second, let the gouge pull your energy, and then you're going to send these double ambushes right here, and then you have an eviscerate. And now this eviscerate will come back a little bit faster. Overall, this is like pretty min-max tryhard. I think the first opener is probably more consistent and better. But yeah, just in case you do want the little sweaty duel tactics, that is another opener you could do. Next up, I have an opener that this one's more for mages specifically. Now, this is something I haven't really cooked up too much yet. I kind of just put it in the oven. So, you know, it's not burnt, but it's also not fully cooked. You know, it might be a little raw. So once again, use at your own discretion. But like I said, just started making this. This is something that I've been doing whenever I duel or run into mages. I open with the same pre-med recoup. I think it's always kind of good to do this in your opener, just because you get energetic recovery rolling, and it just gets that little defensive buff up for yourself. It's just nice to have a recoup rolling at the start. When you are in a party like Arena and stuff, keep in mind that you can get combo points and stealth from Honor Among Thieves. This could also change all your openers. You might be able to save pre-med, but just for one-on-one type stuff or stuff solo content, this is what these openers are for. But for fighting a mage specifically, I think pre-med recoup is good, and then you can go into a garrote and then instantly press dance cheap shot. What this does, this is good actually versus DKs too as well. It actually blanket silences over the stun, which prevents the mage from blinking and prevents like a DK from using Icebound Fortitude. So really nice little mechanic. Could even be good into like a rep pally, so they can't like bop out of your stun. But yeah, what you're gonna do is gonna garrote into a dance cheap, and then you're gonna ambush. And then off of that cheap shot, you can either just go for an eviscerate depending on where their health's at, or you can go for a re-kidney shot and then kind of get a hemo up and stuff. But yeah, I'll show you just kind of what that would look like. So once again, just get pre-med, get my recoup rolling. I will garrote, dance cheap, and I'm going to press ambush one time. Now, like I said, you can pull your energy here and go into a kidney. And then you can press ambush twice more. And then you can even try to get like a hemo up at this point. Obviously, it's going to do a lot more damage to a mage that's wearing cloth compared to like a fully geared rogue. But that's just like another little opener, just like a blanket silence over a stun. So that's something to consider for sure. Okay, guys, one last opener I can show you guys. This one is one that you're probably not going to do very often, but if you're playing with a teammate that has stuns on the target and you don't need to stun them, this is kind of just an opener that you can do to just throw in a bunch of damage. Or if somebody's like on stun diminishing return and you want to just clobber them, this is kind of what you're going to do. So first, once again, put up the pre-med recoup. Then, ideally, walk up to your target, and you're just going to ambush at a stealth, get a lot of damage off into a hemo instantly. Important that we save Shadow Step so we get the damage bonus on our hemo modified ambush. Kind of try hard, but we got a min-max. So yeah, so once again, pre-med recoup. We're going to ambush from behind the target, get up a hemo right away. And then we're going to dance into a step ambush, and then we can just eviscerate. And this will just do a ton of damage, and we can kind of just spam ambushes and eviscerates. Obviously, as long as you can, the target might not give you their back. If the target is kiting you and kind of turning and you can't get ambushes off, just spam hemos. I don't think you should overcap energy ever. But yeah, I'll show you what that looks like. So pre-med recoup. We're going to ambush into a hemo, and then we're just going to dance ambush into an evis, and then just kind of spam out ambushes. So as you can see, like this opener would do like a ton of damage if you already have a stun on the target. But obviously as a rogue, sometimes you need the kidney shot and sometimes you need the cheap shot. But just something to be mindful of how to do the most damage. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for me today. Really excited to get some content out on Kata. If you have no idea who I am, by the way, my name is Palumor. I am a 6 times rank 1 multi-classer that plays retail, primarily rogue. Competed in the AWC in the past, and I have been making content between streaming and YouTube for the last 3 years. But I'm really excited to do a lot of content on Kata, hopefully. I stream every single day at twitch.tv/Palumor. So if you have any questions about anything in the video, what the heck's this thing on your back, man? Like literally any questions, just go to my live stream. I stream every single day, and you can ask me there. Or you can leave it in the comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.